Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the life of one of the most influential figures in Christian history, Paul of the Bible. Whether you know him as Saul of Tarsus or the Apostle Paul, his journey is full of powerful lessons that are still relevant today. So grab a seat and let's explore what we can learn from Paul's life. Paul's story is a dramatic transformation, one that teaches us about grace, redemption, perseverance, and the power of change. So, let's break down a few key lessons that his life can teach us. First up, Paul's incredible transformation. Born as Saul, a zealous Pharisee who persecuted Christians, he went through a life-changing conversion on the road to Damascus. A blinding light and the voice of Jesus turned Saul's world upside down, and he became one of Christianity's most passionate advocates. His story shows us that no one is beyond redemption. It doesn't matter what mistakes you've made in the past. God can transform anyone, no matter how lost they might seem. Acts 9 tells us, as he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. Saul's encounter with Jesus reminds us that change is possible, and it can happen in an instant. Next, Paul's life teaches us about perseverance. After his conversion, Paul faced incredible trials, beatings, imprisonments, shipwrecks, you name it. But despite all that, he never gave up. His letters, especially the ones written while in prison, are filled with hope and encouragement. In 2 Corinthians 4 verses 8 to 9, he wrote, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." Through all his suffering, Paul showed us that our struggles aren't the end of the road. Instead, they can strengthen our faith and bring us closer to God. One of the most powerful lessons we can learn from Paul is the importance of grace and humility. Before his conversion, Paul was proud of his status as a Pharisee, but after meeting Jesus, he became a humble servant of God. In his letters, Paul often emphasized that salvation is a gift of grace, not something we earn through good deeds. In Ephesians 2 verses 8 to 9, Paul wrote, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." Paul's life reminds us that humility and grace should be central to how we live our lives. It's not about what we've done, but about what God has done for us. Paul's ministry wasn't just about personal growth. It was about building a community and spreading the message of Jesus. Paul traveled to various cities, planted churches, and wrote letters to encourage believers in their faith. His life shows us the importance of community, fellowship, and working together for a common purpose. In Philippians 1 verse 27, Paul says, "Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ." Paul wasn't just focused on his own faith. He was passionate about helping others grow and stay strong in the faith, too. That's a powerful lesson for us today. The gospel isn't just for us, it's for everyone, and we should be sharing it with those around us. Finally, Paul's life teaches us about living with purpose. Everything Paul did, whether it was facing hardships or writing letters to the churches, was motivated by his desire to glorify God and further his kingdom. Paul knew that his life had a greater purpose than just his own comfort or success. In Philippians 3 verses 13 to 14, Paul said, "Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward a goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Paul was single-minded in his purpose to follow Christ and fulfill his calling. So, what can we learn from Paul's life? That transformation is possible. Perseverance through trials is key. Grace and humility are vital. Community is powerful. And living with purpose is essential. Paul's life challenges us to live with bold faith and always look to God, no matter where we're at on our own journey. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.